Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. Konnichiwa to Ken and the kids as well. So yesterday, I was getting a little bit nostalgic, I think, when talking about Cubs sweeping the 5-game series. And my mind went back to 2003. Now, that was my first year in the big leagues working for the Cubs. But there was a September series with the Cardinals. It ended up being a 5-game series. There was a doubleheader in there as well. And I remember, I got it here exactly, September 2nd, the day game. The Cubs won 4-2. I've not looked at the box score, but I'm pretty sure Sammy Sosa hit a big home run to put the Cubs up. And Wrigley Field was rocking and rolling. Now, I was teaching on that second in the morning or the afternoon, and I was kind of planning to work the night game. But I was talking with my dad. I'm like, you just want to go to the game? We'll go. We'll get a ticket, whatever it costs. And that's what we did. So we went down there. And again, it was my first year working. So I kind of was looking forward just spending some money in some way. So I paid for my dad and I to go to the game. And I would bet for the 2 tickets is probably less than $150. And we did sit pretty close. Now, the Cubs did lose that night game 2-0. But there was a key moment in the game that I feel like really propelled the Cubs to the rest of September and then into the playoffs. If you remember Antonio Alfonseca, you probably think, I've heard that name before, but he was famous for having 6 fingers and toes on each hand and foot. He was a pretty good reliever for the Marlins. When the Cubs got him, he was not as good, but there was a bad call, or so he thought, and he started just arguing with the umpire. And he eventually did bump into the umpire. He got thrown out of the game. The crowd went crazy. Now, Antonio's stomach was probably 2 feet in front of his face at that point. I would think he was a big man, a mountain of a man. So I don't know if he did that intentionally, but at that point he was struggling as a reliever. That's one of those things that Cub fans endeared. And Wrigley was rocking that night. Even though we lost 2-0 in that game, the Cubs won the final 2 games of that series and eventually went on to win the Central Division and almost get to the World Series, just almost. And I was hoping that this series would be the same for the Cubs. Did not start off well yesterday. Rained out in the second game. We've got a doubleheader today. I'll be there in the evening. All right, class is in session. Today is Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Lesson 4. And today, lesson 4 will always go out to Brett Favre. I can't wait to tell my students about Brett Favre today. But the gunslinger, what else can I say? I mean, it was so entertaining to watch football during the Brett Favre era. My only thing is I wish he would have stayed retired and not been a Viking or a Jet. But he wanted to play more. And I am with him. I supported him and wanted to play more. But, man, Brett Favre, he made being a Packer fan of the South Side of Chicago easy. Now, in 1969, Ken Holtzman threw a no-hitter for the Chicago Cubs. It was close. I remember Ron Santo talking about it. It really should have been a perfect game. He thought there was a bad call towards the end there for a walk. But a no-hitter beat the Braves 3-0 at Wrigley Field. And in 1969 as well, Kirk Herbstreit was born, which will kind of segment us into what we're talking about today. And college football right around the corner. Can't wait for the University of Notre Dame to get underway here. But yesterday, I wrote my letter to Marcus Freeman. I'll share that with you in a second. Here's a card I found. Now, I do have, and I think at least one of them were thanks to a Glove and Beyond TV, I have a numbered Marcus Freeman card. Oh, no, not a card here. A numbered card in his Ohio State uniform, and then his rookie Bears card. But I wanted Marcus Freeman, Notre Dame right there. So I bought this one off eBay. Someone's printing them. I did kind of take care of the top there. There's a small little gloss on there. And then last night, I was sitting down writing a letter to Marcus Freeman, and my wife just started laughing. She was like, why don't you write me letters like that anymore? I'm like, I probably should. So, here we go. Coach Freeman, congratulations to you and the entire Fighting Irish team on a season to remember. I have been an Irish fan since the first time I saw Rocket Ismail run one back. I love everything about Notre Dame. It has nothing to do with the wins and losses. I was inspired the way you led those young men after the loss to NIU. I'm sure the parents of your players noticed and appreciated it. You are a leader of men. I am a second grade teacher in Lisle, Illinois. I share a lot about Notre Dame with my students. We have Fighting Irish Fridays, and they get 10 minutes of free time on Monday after a victory. They were bummed after the Irish ran out of time versus OSU, but then we talked about how you guys never gave up and stayed in the battle, a true life lesson. I know you are busy, but I would love to add an autograph to my collection and show my students. Go Irish, beat everyone. Thank you, Vince Pavlonis. So I got my self-addressed stamp envelope. I got my one going out to Marcus Freeman here. If anyone's interested in Marcus Freeman, hopefully it comes out the right way, or just message me. I'll be sending that off today. And there's the card right there. Go Irish. Class is dismissed.